I tell people all the time, therapy gives you a clear eye vision.
It does.
We think that we are seeing things clearly until you go and sit with a therapist, and then they start pulling the layers of
Mm-hmm.
delusion off of your eyes, and confusion and arrogance and pride
Yep.
and ego, amongst all the other things that we use that blinds us from seeing who we really are, or
Mm-hmm.
we us knowing who we really are and using those things to mask it. Not to the hard I tell people all the time, the hardest thing that I ever did in my life was to look at myself and say, it's time for you to change, and these are the things that you need to change.
Yeah. That's
And
a
then
doozy.
in going through therapy and just increasing my faith and my relationship with God, just realizing like, ooh, you weren't that nice sometimes, or there are
Mm.
things that you could change, or and not feeling guilty or beating myself up about it, because a lot of times you'll get into a, because of this happened. Everything in my life is happening how it's supposed to, and I'm supposed to go through those situations so that the things in me could change, because if you don't know that there's a problem, then you'll never be able to change it.
Absolutely.
So for me, it's
Absolutely.
like, oh, okay. But therapy started to just give me a clear eye view of the thing. It made all the things that I thought were fine. Oh, that's not fine.
Yeah. Because
You
you're
know?
high functioning. Like
Yeah.
that's what my I learned from my therapist. And I feel like everything was just divinely connected. But he was saying that, you're high functioning. You just need the tools. And I needed to, I don't know how high functioning I was though. I don't know about that part, but I just needed the tools.
Mhm.
So now that I have the tools, I've been communicating better. I've been speaking to myself with more kindness,
Mhm.
and gentler, because, they say, oh, you can't pour from an empty cup, right?
No.
But mine had a hole in it. So every time I poured it, it was coming out.
Yeah.
So I had to relearn everything, and I'm still relearning everything. Had
That's
to
me.
learn how to talk to myself.
How to
Had to
think.
learn,
I do my affirmations.
yes, how to go to God first. It's
Mhm.
funny you said that too about the compliment thing.
Mhm.
I'm learning that too,
How
how to
to
accept a
take a
compliment.
compliment. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
But
Because you give them all day long.
you give them all
You
day
make
long.
everyone feel so pretty in your
Yep.
chair. It doesn't matter what hairstyle, what you're doing. You pour into people. Pour, 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 pour,
Mhm.
pour, pour. So when you say that, it's like, how you don't know how to take a compliment? I mean, it's like a question that you would just think, because of someone who gives so many compliments, you would think that you were able to accept them. But we give, but we don't believe that we're worthy of what we give to everybody else.
Yeah.